Plaza TV presents the ImPlazables Virtual Improv Show, performed from their houses to yours. And here's your host, Luke Hahn.
Hello, everybody at home. We are the Virtual ImPlazables at our homes and offices here to entertain you tonight. I'm your master of ceremonies for tonight, Luke, and I would like to introduce to you our players for the evening. We have Katherine Anthony, Madison Heaps, Rachel Hunt, Al Mayo, and Freddy Martinez. Now, the ImPlazables comedy show is improvisational comedy. We will be making our scenes up as we go based off of suggestions that you have submitted through Facebook, Instagram, and video suggestion throughout this evening's performance. Our first game is called Revolver. And we're going to bring in four of our five players, Al, Madison, Katherine, and Freddy. And they are each going to have a scene with two of them. They'll each have a scene partner. Now, as the game progresses, different pairs will pop up on the screen and they'll have to remember what their scene was for that suggestion. So first off, Al and Madison. Al and Madison are having a scene that is something two roommates might argue about. Let's see what our Instagram suggestion was. Who is the sleepwalker? Okay, who is the sleepwalker is our suggestion there. Moving on, Madison and Katherine, when they are together, they're going to have a totally different scene. That is a minor quest. What is our Instagram suggestion for our minor quest? Going to find toilet paper in a store. Okay.
Nice,
said
Darren.
Minor quest, not epic adventure. Okay. Now, Katherine and Freddy, their scene is about a vacation spot. Ooh. What is their vacation spot, Instagram?
Ooh.
They're on a cruise. So Freddy and Katherine are on a cruise. And then our last pair is Freddy and Al. Freddy and Al are a cartoon character and a historical figure. What do we have from Instagram? We have Scooby-Doo. And I believe our historical character from a Facebook post was George Washington. Now, our technical booth is going to have complete control over this game. And our performers will have to change their scene based upon which two of them are on the screen. This is Revolver. ImPlazables, go.
I am so excited about this because The Who is my favorite group, and to know that they are sleepwalking in our house, our apartment, is just fantastic.
I am so excited. It's going to be like a magical evening. I am so, so excited.
Okay, so I know that toilet paper has been hard to find, but I have a tip. I got a tip from a friend. Okay, are you ready for this?
Yes.
Dollar Tree.
Dollar Tree.
Dollar Tree has toilet paper.
Do you have everything you need to go to Dollar Tree?
No, I don't.
I am so excited for this vacation.
Me too. Do you have your passport?
I have my passport, I have my life jacket, and I have a nice little Snickers bar.
Sunscreen?
Oh no.
That's okay, I'll pack my sunscreen.
Young man, it's been 4 and 7 years ago since we first met, but I am glad that we are back together in this same location.
Me too.
Oh, I couldn't have said it.
So I think when the band The Who is sleepwalking through our house, I think that I'm going to make some popcorn and some nachos. Are you going to be okay if I put jalapenos on the nachos?
Oh, I love jalapenos and Pete Townsend.
Okay, so what I've got to go to Dollar Tree. I've got my hazmat suit. I've got my healing crystals.
Good.
My orange lavender essential oil.
Ooh, I don't have any of that.
Okay, well, you need to get some.
Okay, yes.
It's very important for our health and safety.
You're right.
Well,
Okay,
I didn't bring any of my sunscreen, but I think I'll be fine.
I mean, maybe, but who knows? We'll see. If you burn, it's okay. You can just pretend to be a lobster for Halloween.
So, when we're at Dollar Tree, are you going to be okay with me sprinting full speed?
Only if you're okay with me not keeping up with you.
Okay, I expected that. I'm really fast.
I think that we need to do something special for John Entwistle because he's the bass player, for the Who. And he's always doing that doom, 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 doom. And he's always laying down a beat. So we want to do something special for him.
I have an idea. I think that we should serenade them.
Such a beautiful idea.
Well, I need Ruby snacks.
Oh, I have several snacks. Several snacks.
Oh, my friend Riley, he's very nice. He give me Scooby snacks.
Okay, so if
I don't want to really be a lobster, I want to be nice and covered in sunscreen. I think I'll be fine, Oh, look, some dolphins over at the.
So you're really, really fast, and that's okay.
Yeah, well, I have been training. I've been doing a few marathons a day, just with my free time that I've got right now. It's no big deal, though.
I'm really good around.
Well, hi, how are you? Oh, well, young man, I would like to ask you. I'm going to a play this afternoon. Would you like to join me? It may be exciting.
Play?
I'm thinking.
Scooby loves to play.
Do you like plays?
Okay, do you want to start? I wrote the song. Do you want to sing?
You wrote the song.
Here, I'm just going to start and then follow along with me, okay?
I got you.
Okay. We love you, Who. You are the bomb. Thank you for coming to our living room. Thank you.
So in all the extra time, you've been marathon training, but I've been sitting around and waiting. So while you run and get the toilet paper, I can stand in line and wait.
That's the perfect plan.
Well, go stand at the front of the ship and we can do Titanic.
I'm flying, Jack.
You're flying. I see. There needs to be a mystery we need to solve, Mr. President.
We can solve the mystery.
Did you like my song?
I like your song, except I'm worried about the bomb in the song because bomb brings up intrigue, and that might bring in Doctor Who instead of the Who. But I don't want to get this confused. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's very clever observation. I think.
Well, Mr. President, it was a pleasure to meet you.
I would take off my hat, but I don't have one on.
So after we do that, I think once the ship docks at its private island, maybe we should learn how to surf.
Well, I'm a pretty big guy. I don't do well on things that aren't stable on the ground. So what I can do is I can put a surfboard on the sand and just stand on it, and you can splash water in my face.
Oh, and I can take.
Don't mind me. I'm just training for my next marathon.
What are we gonna do if there's no toilet paper at the Dollar Tree when we get there?
I'm just gonna sprint to the next Dollar Tree. It'll only take me a couple minutes. Trust me.
And that is Revolver. Our next game is called Packing for a Trip. If you watched last week, you might have an idea of what this game is like. We're going to have two players who are packing for a trip. That trip is based off of two audience suggestions. One is the type of trip. The other is the destination where they are going. And they will carry their scene out as if they are packing for that trip. The catch in this one is a third player will hold up a random collection of props, which our wonderful tech booth will switch over at a given time when the players ask what they're packing. They must then justify why they're packing that prop for the trip. Now, our first suggestion for a type of trip comes from Aaron Seiler, and they are going on a road trip, a long-distance road trip. Our destination comes to us from Facebook, courtesy of Taylor Ray Donaldson, and they are going to Walmart. A road trip to Walmart. ImPlazables, go.
Katherine, are you ready to go on this road trip to Walmart? It's going to be really scary because the traffic is crazy out there.
Okay, not only is the traffic crazy, the people are crazy. They've been walking everywhere.
That's true too. And I promise, I'm really sorry about last time. I promise I will not get us lost on the way to the driveway this time. I have actually, yeah,
Maybe I should drive this time.
Well, you could, but wait, before you decide not to let me drive, wait until you see what I have packed. I picked the perfect thing to prevent us from getting lost. And I promise it's going to work. It's going to keep us on track. Here it is. It's the Caesar salad croutons. So obviously, yeah, so the way this works is the last time we went to Walmart, I dropped all these croutons on the road and they're like breadcrumbs, like in Hansel and Gretel. So those croutons are on the ground now and all we have to do is follow them. It's the perfect plan.
Okay, but what happens if like a bird like in Hansel and Gretel comes and eats them? Wait, okay.
I didn't think that.
Yeah, okay. So I have the perfect thing, right?
Oh, so what are we
Stop the birds from eating the breadcrumbs from the croutons?
You have something to stop the birds from eating. How can you stop birds from eating?
You're not going to believe it.
How are you going to do that?
It's this picture of Madison and Cameron from Homecoming.
Oh, that's so
It will scare them all away.
Oh my
because
God.
they are so cute that they will go, oh no, what have we done? And they will not want to eat the breadcrumbs.
Oh, you're right. If I was a bird, I would totally want to like just stare at that picture for the rest of my life and like check at the glass a little bit.
Sweet.
You probably could attract flocks and flocks of birds because they're way more attractive. Cameron and Madison are way more attractive than any crouton you can see on the ground.
Oh, absolutely.
Totally.
They'll be picking up the picture, trying to get them to love on them instead.
Oh, that would be great. But then we may have a problem with too many birds and, they're going to attract all the birds in the world and we're going to start feeling like we're in the middle of a horror movie. So
let's
but that's okay because I think I have something that's going to prevent the birds from getting to like in our way, like that'll just keep them from being right in our face. This Little House on the Prairie book by Laura Ingalls Wilder. So I loved this book when I was little, and I think that a bird probably has about the same reading capacity as what I had when I read these books. So we'll just leave a stack of these, and it will distract the birds, and they will, follow the books instead of us, so they won't be in our, in our faces.
That's so smart. Okay, and I have the perfect thing that will help us park perfectly when we get there, away from all of the crazy parkers who, they park sideways or across the line.
Yeah,
all those
crazy parkers. Like the last time you parked, because that kind of was a problem last time.
Last time you blindfolded me, so it's okay.
What?
You blindfolded me, so that doesn't count.
Well, you dared me to.
I know. Okay, but anyway, this is going to help us park perfect, okay?
Okay, let's do it.
All right, so it's this the cutest little stuffed lamb, right? And it's holding a flower. And because I'm going to put it on the dashboard, and it's going to just guide our hearts, which will guide the car into the spot perfectly. It's perfect.
Well, also, he's very soothing, and it just makes me want to kind of relax and almost sing a lullaby. And so that'll be a great stress reliever. It should help us to focus better in all the things that we have to do. I think that's a really good idea. Good.
Absolutely.
So once that's really smart. So once we get into Walmart, I'm really worried about the fish because they have fish on display at Walmart, and I'm just scared that they're gonna like attack me.
The ones in the tanks or the fish where you buy the fish to eat them?
But both, actually. I had this dream last night that I was being attacked by both kinds of fish, so I'm really afraid that it might happen. So I was rummaging in my closet, and I found this perfect thing to protect us from being attacked by fish. See, there you go. So
that is good.
Yeah, I'm just going to use these boxing gloves to punch the fish as we go by, and
then they'll be tenderized already.
Mm-hmm.
So we can just cook them when we get home. That's perfect.
Bonus, we can use it to tenderize our steaks, right?
Oh yes. Okay, so while you're punching the fish, I'm going to be pushing the cart, right? Okay. And you know how there's always that one wheel that goes like this.
Yeah.
Okay.
So annoying.
So I have the perfect thing, right? It's going to make the wheels go like this, and it's going to be nice and smooth instead of bumpy like
this. You have a way to smooth out the wheels on a shopping cart? That's new. Could be $1 million. Or
I know. I really should patent it.
That would be great. Let me see it. What does it look like?
Well, it is a shrimp.
That looks like
it's a fried shrimp. It's delicious and round. So
you're right.
It'll fix the wheel, and then afterwards we can eat it.
That's great. I love that idea. You should definitely patent it. I bet you'd make a lot of money.
So I'll share it with you since it's our trip to Walmart.
Oh, thanks. And then, if we get filled up on shrimp, we could just feed them to the birds.
Oh, yeah, and then really keep them away. Yeah, that'd be smart.
Plus, it'll go with our fish.
Oh, that's true. We've got a whole meal going with the croutons and the shrimp and the fish that we've tenderized and the steak we're going to get.
I know. So are we fully packed, or is there, I feel like there's something we're forgetting. Doing, I can't remember. I think there might be one more thing. I know what it is. It's this thing that I just need just to, whenever I go do something really hard, I have to have something there to kind of, get rid of my anxiety and help me feel, a little bit more grounded and happy. And so this is my little stuffed, what is that? It's a raccoon, I think. So so he's my little stuffed raccoon, and I have to bring him with me whenever I go someplace that's scary.
That's so cute. I like that a lot. Can I hug him? Well, we go after you're calm. Can I use him to be calm?
Yeah, sure. He's friendly. He likes you.
Awesome, because people really kind of get to me.
Mm-hmm.
When I go to Walmart, I typically have to carry this thing. It helps calm my nerves and keeps me from jumping down people's throats when they get too close to me because they're not properly social distancing, right?
Right. People get all up in your face.
Right? So I've got this Bravo.
Oh, and how do you do that?
Spray it. It's a laundry stain remover, but it also works to keep them away from me.
You just spray it in the face like a misbehaving cat.
Yes.
Got it.
And it works.
I bet it does. That sounds like a really good idea. I love that.
So the people of Walmart, they stay away.
I bet they do. All right. Well, I think we've got all our stuff. Are we ready to get in the car?
I think so. Are you ready?
All right. Yeah, let's do it.
Am I driving or are you driving?
No, I'm driving. Remember, because of the tree?
Do you want to be blindfolded?
Oh, that's a great idea. Let's do that.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that is patented for our next game is called Emotions. We're going to bring on two of our players, Freddy and Rachel, and they are going to be conducting a job interview through teleconference like Zoom, Skype, or something lines. As the scene progresses, a different emoji will pop up on the screen, and they will have to tailor everything they say to that emotion. ImPlazables, go.
Well, hello. Thank you so much for having me at this interview. My name is Freddy Martinez. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Oh, it's a pleasure to meet you too. Thank you so much for being able to join us over Skype today. I'm glad that you were able to do it this way, given that we can't really meet face to face right now. I'm just having such a great day. How are you?
I know,
doing?
me too. I was really nervous before, but right now I feel absolutely fantastic.
I know, me too. My breakfast was delicious and the sun is shining. And
breakfast. My dog used to eat breakfast.
Oh, it's so sad. My dog died recently too.
Oh, I'm so sorry. But that's great. I'm so glad that you ate breakfast.
Yeah, you too. And so, my new dog is really cute, and we should probably talk about the job.
Oh yes, of course.
Of course, it's
if you want. I mean, we can talk about whatever you want. I'm at your mercy.
I'm very surprised that you keep interrupting me. I would love it if you would just stop and let me explain.
Fine. Oh my gosh.
Gosh, you know what? You're like the 87th interview I've had, and I don't even remember what I've told you so far.
Yeah, you know what? I really could not care less. I just gosh, you're just so pretty.
Yeah. You're not so bad yourself.
Stop it.
This probably didn't work out.
I really hope so. Yeah, I think something. Something could work out between.
I'm not gonna be your.
That was me. I'm so sorry.
I almost said something I shouldn't have said.
Well, I'm so sorry. That was. I really wish you would just talk about the interview.
Well, I was going to, but then you started apologizing for something, and I. You know, this job doesn't even pay very well, and all you have to do is,
Oh my gosh! Good. Thank goodness.
You did know this is a job that was cleaning out toilets, and it also doesn't pay, so it's pretty bad on a number of levels.
And
you're hired.
Our next game is called Acronyms. In this game, we're going to bring in all of our players, and they are going to be playing special characters who are special guests on our show. Now, acronyms are abbreviations like FBI or CDC that we use in our regular everyday lives. But in the lives of our guests, those acronyms mean something completely different, and they're going to explain to us what those acronyms mean. Let's start first by meeting our guests. Who is up first?
Hello. My name is Lila Baumgardner. I am the owner and operator of the Washateria up on Henderson, where you'll find me every day of the year except when I make my annual pilgrimage to Dallas, where I appear in the great State Fair of Texas as the Bearded Lady.
So Lila at the Washateria, nice to meet you, and a bearded lady at that. Who is our next guest?
Hi, I'm Rose. I'm a history book corrector, but I do it in a way that no one ever realizes. I time travel.
Rose, a time-traveling history book corrector.
Correct.
All right. Who is our next guest?
Well, hello. My name is Chuck, and I am a bear.
Chuck the Bear. Any special bear-like jobs, or is your job just being a bear?
Well, in actuality, I'm an accountant, but that's only a side job.
Everybody's got to have a side hustle nowadays. All right, who is our next guest?
Hello, my name's Juliana. I'm a Hollywood awards show seat filler. There's not a lot of work right now. And actually, to be honest, I'm 50, so I haven't had a gig in 30 years. But that's what I do. So, nice to meet you.
Nice work if you can get it. And who is our final guest?
What's up? It's me, Guy Fieri, king of the nachos and America's reigning mayor of Flavortown. I am so psyched to be here, man.
Okay, now let's see what certain acronyms mean to our guests. Our first acronym comes to us from a Facebook suggestion by Gavin Clark, and it is IRS, which to most of us is the Internal Revenue Service. But IRS means something different in the world of running a washateria and being a bearded lady. So Lila, could you tell us what IRS means to you?
Yes, I would love to. It's very important. It's when you have to keep everything in order. And in our particular profession, in my particular profession, IRS always means iridescent rinse cycle, spelled with an S. Ooh, isn't that a tough one? I'd like to wash that one by you.
Iridescent rinse cycle with an S. Okay. Let's go to Rose, our time traveling history book corrector. What does IRS mean to you?
It means interviewing respectable soldiers. When I go back to the wartime era, you know that history is written by the victors. I like to find the respectable soldiers, the footmen, not the majors and the captains, none of them, because they don't know what's really going on. So I interview respectable soldiers to find out.
Well, everybody has to have standards, and you have yours. Let's go to Chuck, our bear accountant. What does IRS mean to you?
Oh, well, for me, as an accountant and a bear, it means I rarely sleep Oh, I don't sleep at all usually. As a bear, you're supposed to hibernate, but as also an accountant, oh, it's very, very hard to.
I would imagine tax season just interrupts that whole hibernation. That has to be terrible. Juliana, as an award show seat filler, what does IRS mean?
Well, this is a code that we use a lot in the industry. It's with the posers that want to do this job and they're just not very good at it. You know how people come to Hollywood and they say, "Oh, I'm going to give it 5 years." And then if they're not famous, they go back to their, hometowns and become Slotchkis managers or something. Well, I'm not like them. I'm in this is my dream, so I'm not quitting. But anyway, so the people that aren't very good at this job, the seat fillers, we all sometimes have to guide the celebrities on and off stage because they don't know where they're going. And the ones that aren't very good, we have a code for it. So they're incompetent removal from stage. So you're supposed to remove the celebrity from the stage, and some of these posers are just really bad at it. So they're IRS.
All right, so an incompetent removal from the stage. Got it. Yeah. Now, Guy Fieri, what does IRS mean?
I am so glad you asked me this question. IRS is something that is super important to me. It's the one thing that I always got on me. I call it my in-reverse sunglasses. So if you've seen me, you know I don't wear them on my face. I wear them right on the back of my bleached head. So my in-reverse sunglasses, gotta have them every episode of Triple D or Guy's Grocery Games.
Excellent. I like to wear my sunglasses facing forward, but that's just me. Our next acronym comes to us from Hannah Stewart, and it is AARP. This is a special one for Jason Barris, who just recently had a birthday. AARP. What does AARP, which to most of us is the American Association of Retired Persons, mean for Lila at the Washateria?
Oh, I'm so glad you asked me that. This is really kind of a rough one. I really kind of hate to bring this up because it kind of has bad meanings to me, but it's one that we try not to use very often, but it's always asking repercussions of poop. And it happens in the washing business. Yeah, it's why people bring their clothes to wash because they have the poop. And we want to always ask the repercussions of the poop. We just want to get it out.
I definitely understand, and that explains a lot about our recent rush on toilet paper. Got it. Rose, our time-traveling history book corrector. What does AARP mean for you?
Well, AARP has nothing to do with actually time traveling. This is when I come back from time traveling, you see. And I go into the committee to help rewrite the history books. And I AARP, which is always announce reporting procedures. So I make sure that I go through the procedures and then I tell them what I have discovered.
Excellent. Chuck, our bear CPA accountants, what does AARP mean?
Well, speaking of accounting, AARP, for bears anyways, stands for accountants always reap rewards. As a bear and accountant, I have double the amount of possible people who could come to me, and I always have a lot of bears and a lot of humans. So I always reap a reward, if you know what I'm saying.
So are you saying that as reward since it's AARP, or going with AARR?
I'm a bear, man. What do you expect from me?
All right, Juliana, our award show seat filler, what does AARP mean for you?
Well, I'm really surprised you have to ask. I mean, aren't you in the entertainment industry? Everybody knows this. This is the whole reason why the seat filling union exists in the first place. Because when you have an award show and your actors are always running off, and then it messes up the shot that they're trying to get for the audience back home. So it's absent actors ruining production. That's obviously.
I'm sure that there are several other producers that would agree with you about absent actors ruining production. Now, Guy Fieri, tell us about AARP.
What up? It's me, Guy Fieri. AARP is something I have been called by every single respectable food journal that has ever been published. And it stands for an absolutely repulsive poser. I don't know why they call me that. I just make garbage can nachos, baby. And you could eat that off a flip-flop.
Excellent. And that is our game of acronyms. Yay! Our next game is called Hitchhiker. We're going to eventually involve all of our players in this game. Al is going to start off by driving his car, and he's going to pick up some of our characters as we go. As our players enter the car, they're going to have a specific character or personality trait or quirk, and everybody else in the car is going to have to pick up on it and take that quirk on as their own. Let's take a look at the dashboard camera at what's going on in this car. ImPlazables, go.
Oh, what's going on down this road? I hope we find some interesting people along the way. Not sure who's going to be there. Oh, here's someone. Hi. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Oh, I'm wonderful. Are you Tony the Tiger?
No, I'm a pirate.
Oh, a pirate. I love pirates.
I don't know what I'm doing so far inland.
Oh, avast.
Do you think you can drive me to the sea?
Y va con el soccer ball. ¡Gol!
Oh, I got to go. All right. And
hello, ¿cómo están todos?
Who's going to?
How are you? Everyone good? Goal!
I think that was a foul. I think we're going to have a kick from the penalty spot.
Oh, yeah, there goes the kick, and he goes for it, and it goes to Marcos over there on the side, and then he goes over there. Goal!
Oh, what how are you today?
Hello, and thank you for picking me up. I need to go to Sarasota.
We are glad that we picked you up.
It is a pleasure to meet you.
And you as well.
And you as well.
Oh, this well's getting deep.
Hey guys, I'm actually on vocal rest right now because I have auditions for my high school musical tomorrow. I'm auditioning to play Maisie in Seussical.
Oh my goodness, that's so exciting.
Are you guys auditioning? Are you guys auditioning?
I'm auditioning, absolutely.
Oh my gosh, that's so crazy.
Do you guys really think you're gonna get parts?
I want to be one of the monkeys.
Hey, I know the director like really well, so I'm sure that I'm just gonna get it, and I won't even have to try.
Do you think you're gonna get a part, Madison? I don't think you'll get a part.
Oh, I'm definitely getting a part in this show.
Well, if you can get a part, then I definitely can get a part.
I'm gonna get all the parts. I'm gonna play all of the parts.
Freddie, I heard that they want you to be on the crew.
Oh. You know what? Crew is a character in the show.
Oh,
okay,
really?
whatever.
It's the lead, in fact, and but I'm gonna get that part because Freddy can't have it because I'm having them all.
Well, have fun with that. I'm so excited to hear your audition song. It's gonna be amazing.
Oh, for a person on vocal rest, you sure are getting everybody talking.
You know what? Shut up!
That is Hitchhiker. Our next game is called Pieces of Paper. In this game, two players are going to act out a scene based off of your suggestion. Occasionally, we're going to pop up a movie quote in the middle of the screen that they will have to incorporate into their scene. Now, we're going to bring in Al and Katherine, and their suggestion has to be based off of something two roommates might argue about. Our suggestion comes to us through Instagram, and it is how to make PB&J, peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. They're going to be arguing about the correct recipe for that. All right. So, ImPlazables, go.
Okay. So, I know that the best way to make PB&J is with grape jelly.
Because first you take the peanuts and you crush them. Peanut butter, jelly.
Jelly. Yeah. Okay. Well, okay. But you got to have the creamy peanut butter, right?
I think so.
If you don't have the creamy, then you're going to crunch on things and they could get stuck in your teeth and it's just nasty. And you know what my mom used to say about getting things stuck in your teeth?
Really? What?
She would say, I am serious, and don't call me Shirley.
Oh, your mom was so nice.
She's awesome.
Yeah, she's really good. So what was her favorite flavor of jelly?
Oh, she likes blackberry and apricot, which is really
Oh.
random.
Oh, my aunt could not eat blackberries because of the seeds. She would eat them, and she would always say, yeah, oh, we get the warhead and we hold the world ransom for $1 million.
Only 1 million?
Only $1 million.
You don't think billion or trillion would?
Inflation doesn't come into this play. No, we're eating peanut butter and jelly. If we were eating filet mignon, we would be talking about billions.
Oh, and if steak, would it be trillions?
If the stakes were higher, they would be trillions. My uncle was a bear, and he was an accountant. And when he got the stakes really high, he used to always say, I'm about to do to you what Limp Bizkit did to music in the 90s. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, and Limp Bizkit. Oh, let me tell you what. I know what they did to music in the 90s.
Oh.
But I got to tell you, it's a guilty pleasure of mine. And you know what I always say about guilty pleasures?
Oh, I'm liking to hear.
This building has to be at least 3 times bigger than this.
Oh,
always.
Yes.
Every time.
Yes, if you don't, you always get blue steel. But we won't do. Yes, very good on the blue steel.
Thanks.
Hanging out with the building. I just hope we don't get the gas pumps out and start playing with the gas things.
No,
don't want to do that.
We're not going to go that route. Let's just stick with the PB&J, I think.
Oh, that is so good. What kind of bread do you like to use?
Oh, well, I like white.
Really?
But my mom likes wheat. And so sometimes she forgets that I like the white bread when I was growing up. And so I wouldn't always have white bread.
Really?
But I like white bread. What do you like?
Well, the most important thing for me was it to be sliced, because I had a niece and she always had trouble with the knife and slicing it. So we always got slicing it. And then she would get upset with us and holler. She would, great or good, I am your wife. I'm the greatest good you're ever going to get.
I have no comment.
You have no comment?
No comment.
Is that because the peanut butter is stuck to the roof of your mouth? Oh, it happens to me all the time. Take a moment.
You know what my sister said?
Oh, your sister. I know your sister.
I'm just one stomach flu away from my goal weight.
Oh, she's always throwing up good ideas, I think.
I think so too. My sister is brilliant. She throws up all kinds of things.
Yeah, as long as she would throw up sliced bread, that would be okay, because then it would land in a soft place. And the peanut butter
away from the roof of her mouth.
Yeah. I had a cousin, and his favorite peanut butter and jelly sandwich was always served in a special way. I would ask him, how do you want your sandwich? And he would say, that rug really tied the room together. Did it not?
I see what he's getting at the peanut butter and the jelly on the bread. It makes a rug.
Oh, I got you.
Rug for your mouth.
Oh, I got you. It's like going on a magic carpet ride, isn't it?
Yeah. That reminds me of my favorite line from this TV show, right? Okay. No, it's a cardigan, but thanks for noticing. Isn't that great?
That's so dumb.
Magic carpet, cardigan, carpet, you know.
That's so dumb, but it could have been dumber, but I don't know. It could have
been dumber, and you know what? It could have even been dumberer.
Yeah, that's probably true. As long as you don't have a sequel. Do you always have sequels to your peanut butter and jelly sandwiches?
Sometimes instead of a sequel, I like a prequel.
A prequel? Oh, that comes before the sandwich, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. But sometimes it comes after, but you know that it should have been before.
Oh, I'm confused now. I'm confused. What would a typical prequel say?
Well, a prequel would totally say something like, "It's just a flesh wound."
Oh, that one's a good one. That one's a good one. I just hate it when you get a flesh wound and you bleed all over your peanut butter and jelly sandwich. That could be
I
bad.
know.
That could just be complete.
That's why it has to come after the peanut butter and jelly, but it's still a prequel, you see.
Gotcha. It's kind of like a blood sport.
Yep.
And that is Pieces of Paper.
Hey.
Our next game we call News Network. In this game, we're going to go through all of our players. They're going to introduce a news story, and it's going to be followed by a video clip that our technical booth is going to insert. They are then going to have to make the video clip fit their news story before they hand it off to the next player. We're going to involve all 5 of our players in tonight's newscast. Ladies and gentlemen, this is PNN.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to PNN. Tonight's top story revolves around a deranged person inside of a CVS. This disturbing clip is footage from the scene. Obviously, this man had a projector on his head while laying down in bed. What could be going on in this video? No one knows. We are all very concerned, and will continue to update you on the situation. And now to our other news anchor, Katherine. Take it away, Katherine.
Thank you, Madison. Okay, after that story, I'm not quite sure how I can follow it, but I did get a tip that there are some sports news radio hosts who are sneaking bets in. So I got a clip from an anonymous source. Let's watch it.
I don't do this. Are you videotaping her? Go, Shauna.
Obviously, that woman knew what to bet for, which was fashion. Am I right? She was having fun, which is really what fashion is all about, and that's sporty. Now, on to Al.
Thank you, Katherine. I recognize that lady. That was a friend of mine. But anyway, I'm out here on Henderson Street, and we have this odd happening out here. It seems like every 5th car that goes by is having a flat tire. We're trying to figure this out, but I think some of this footage will explain it the best.
Why did it work? Don't shush me.
Oh my goodness, you talk about flat tires. That was on the flip-flop. They were laying on the ground, they had the flat tire, and then they got all tozy about it. But now so much for that. So we're going to turn this over to Rachel and see what's going on in her neck of the woods.
Thank you, Al. I have something a little bit different on the brighter side today. We've got a feel-good story. This next clip is a depiction of some local school kids who have created a community petting zoo. As you can see, the way that they created this petting zoo was by using the traditional goat mating call, which they have created by pounding jeans into the floor. And evidently, this is a very effective way to bring goats. And goats are, of course, the most popular type of animal in a petting zoo. And so I think these kids did a great job. Now, on to Freddy. Thank you.
Yes, thank you, Rachel. Now we are going across the pond to Britain, where we hear, we hear now that the coronavirus has stopped all tea time rituals, and we have a clip from that right here.
Now punish your daddy, 'cause I'm bigger than you'll ever know. You're gonna pay, daddy. It's a sunny day, daddy. I'm off to work. Hi-ho.
And as you can see, the Brits without their tea have gone completely crazy. That is PNN. Thank you for tuning in. Join us next week when we tell you some more news. That is the way the cookie crumbles. Good night and Godspeed.
And that was tonight's news. ImPlazables.
Hey.
Our next game is a feat that I do not recommend you try at home. This is crazy. Our next game is called Late for Work. we're going to involve 3 of our players. We're going to involve Rachel, who is the boss at the place of work. We're going to have Freddy, who is the helpful coworker where everybody works. And then Madison, who is late for work herself. Now, in this game, Madison can't hear what any of these suggestions are. So, Madison, wave. We're going to kick you out of the stream, and then Freddy's going to send you a message when it's time for you to come back in. So, Madison goes poof, and there she goes. All right. So, our first item up for bid, the place of employment. Based off of suggestions that we got, you are at Target.
Oh.
So, you work at Target. First thing, something that prevented Madison from getting up on time, she went to bed late. Then, something that prevented her from leaving the house on time, she had to feed the dog. So, worked at Target, went to bed late, had to feed the dog. Then, when she left the house, she got into her car. She drives a school bus. But, of course, all of the tires were flat. Now, this is a school bus that only has 4 tires. Don't worry about having a whole bunch of extra tires. The first tire she replaces with something round, and our suggestion is a basketball. For the second tire, it is replaced with some kind of food, and that type of food is a French dip sandwich. For the third tire, she replaced it with a historical monument, and that monument is the Statue of Liberty. And for her fourth tire, she replaced it with some kind of vehicle, which was done through an Instagram post of a smart car. After she got all of her tires fixed, she started driving to work, but got distracted because she saw a celebrity. That celebrity is in an Instagram post, and the celebrity is Hugh Jackman. So she sees Hugh Jackman, who is having a contest with a historical figure. This historical figure is Genghis Khan. So Hugh Jackman and Genghis Khan. They're having a specific type of contest. What did Instagram have for us on the contest? A hot dog eating contest between Hugh Jackman and Genghis Khan. Now, who won? Hugh Jackman, of course. What prize did he win? He won a cruise. Now, ladies and gentlemen, during this game, Madison is going to show up, and she is going to have to explain to Rachel, the boss, why she is late. Now, she's going to be making the story up on the spot, but the boss can't quite see the helpful coworker of Freddy all of the time. Freddy is going to be acting out all of these reasons why Madison was late, and Madison is going to have to guess them. So now, let's send that message to Madison and get her back into the stream. Go ahead and put your ears on so you can hear what's going on. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Late for Work, ImPlazables, go.
Oh my God.
I can't believe you're late again. This is completely unacceptable.
I am so sorry. I'm so sorry. I promise it won't happen again. I'm usually very punctual. I promise.
Well, you know, here at Target, we expect the best from our employees, and Freddy cannot paint these little red circles on everything all by himself.
I understand. I understand.
So I need to know why you're late. You better have a good excuse, young lady.
The reason I was late is because I woke up and I was asleep, and then I was sleeping, and then a long time ago I was sleeping, and I was thinking about yesterday. Yesterday I fell asleep, and yesterday I fell asleep.
What could have happened that would make you so late this morning?
Well, I forgot to wake up, and I forgot to wake up.
When did you go to sleep last night?
I went to sleep yesterday, the day before. And then I looked at the time, and I was like, what the heck? What is going on? So I looked at my watch, and the time, I didn't know where my watch was. So I fell asleep.
When did you fall asleep, though?
I fell asleep yesterday. I went to bed late, and then I was on my phone, and then I woke up late because I went to bed late, and I woke up and I looked at my watch and it had disappeared completely, and I was so frazzled. So the first, because the dog was barking while I was trying to eat my cereal. So I gave the dog some food to make it stop barking. Yeah, so I fed the dog. That was the next thing. So after I fed the dog, I decided I'm not going to be late for work. So I ran outside and then I went to my car.
What kind of car do you have again? You have that crazy thing. What is it that you have?
It's a limo. It's a really stretch Hummer limo. It's a long car. It's huge. It's a tank, or that's just what I call it. It's really small. So it's long, and it's not a limo though. It's
not like whatever it is big, right?
Yeah.
Is it big? Yeah.
It's really big. It's a truck. It's an 18-wheeler. No, it's a really long car.
Hang on a second. Freddie, what are you doing back there?
Oh, sorry, I'm just cleaning the wall. I'm cleaning the wall. I'm so sorry.
Are you cleaning that using those yellow rags that I gave you?
Yep, the yellow rags. That's what I'm cleaning it with, over here.
I drive a school bus. Yeah, so I got in my school bus and
That's a weird car.
I was driving, and then all of the wheels came off the car, so I had to replace the wheels with something. So here's what I replaced them with. Don't worry, I was working on getting to work. The first thing I replaced it was a basketball, and then the next wheel I replaced it with a sandwich.
What kind of sandwich?
It was an Italian sub, an Italian sandwich, a caprese sandwich, a meatball sub. It was a French sandwich, a French dip. Ooh, I love those.
We love French dip. We like all things French here at Target.
Yeah, so it was a French dip, and then the third wheel I replaced it with the Statue of Liberty. It worked really well. And then the last wheel, obviously, I replaced it with a clown car, a smart car.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I replaced it with a smart car.
Very inventive, Madison. I can tell you tried hard to get to work.
Thank you. I'm glad that you can see that. So after I replaced all the wheels, I was driving along, and I was on my way to work, and then I saw something crazy. And the crazy thing that I saw, it was two people. The first person was, it was Wolverine. It was Hugh Jackman.
Oh my goodness, you saw Hugh Jackman?
Yeah,
That's
he was
amazing.
dressed as Wolverine though. And then this other person I saw was, he was fighting, and it was Genghis Khan.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it was Genghis Khan.
I can't believe you saw Genghis Khan on your way to work. That's
me
wild.
either. And I recognized him immediately. That came from the depths of my mind. And they were fighting, and they were having an arm wrestling match. They were having a competition. Okay. And they were
What kind of competition?
An eating competition.
Wow.
Competitive eating. They were eating hot dogs.
Hot dog.
Yep.
Wow. Yep. Good job. Okay, so you saw these two celebrities, and
yeah, so that's why I was late. And then Wolverine won, or Hugh Jackman, obviously. He won. And then the prize that they won was, I don't remember what it was. I'm thinking.
Freddie.
Yes,
excuse
ma'am.
me. I know you're acting like you're on vacation.
Oh, I'm not. I'm cleaning with the yellow rag. I'm doing everything that you want. I'm not on vacation at all.
Gosh. Okay, sorry, Madison.
They won a vacation. They won a trip to the ocean, to Hawaii, they won a trip to
Freddy, I know you keep wanting to get on the phone, but this is not the Love Boat, okay?
I'm so sorry. I won't. I know I really miss my fiance, but I don't have to message her right now. I'm not on a love boat, I swear.
They want a cruise. Yes, they want a cruise. So that's why I'm late to work.
And that is ladies and gentlemen, that is our show for tonight. Remember, please donate to Plaza Theater Company at plaza-theater.com/donate. I'm Luke. The rest for Madison, Catherine, Al, Rachel, Freddy. We are the ImPlazables. Thank you again.